All right, what is up, everybody? I am at work at the moment. That's why you see a screen recording here, but we are taking a look at a new update to the constructed format for Lorcana, just announced a few minutes ago. Huge announcement here. They're saying today the Ravensburger Disney Lorcana TCG team announced removing 2 cards from eligibility, known as a ban, in the core constructed format. A ban's important to keep the trading card game like Disney Lorcana thriving and fresh. They chose to ban Hiram Flavorsham and Fortisphere to ensure the greatest diversity of successful strategies available to competitive players. It's in effect today, so all events taking place today and forward, this is in effect. Again, Flavorsham, Fortisphere, both banned. Talked about it with Britt, Default Dan, a little bit ago, and his thoughts are pretty straightforward. He thinks that this is kind of pushing back the issue a little bit. He's very happy that it's bans. I agree with that. Erratas are not the way to go, in my opinion. We complained about that the last time this happened with Squirrel. Fortisphere over Popsicle was a little dumb. That's the part that doesn't really make sense. I kind of agree with that. Fortisphere doesn't have as much application beyond Popsicle. It's the extra copies of Popsicle, if you will, that usually the healing comes in more often than Fortisphere, but I think that's a little bit more of like a semantics thing. And Hiram is very strong, yes, and this is going to reduce the consistency of these kind of decks, but the real problem is actually Dime plus Tamatoa. One of those probably needed to go as opposed to your enablers. It's a little concerning that we're looking like we're going into a position where we are banning enablers as opposed to the problematic cards, because all that's going to happen now is a couple sets down the road, once we get another card like Flavorsham or Fortisphere that just is a +1, it's a draw, or it gives you extra consistency in these types of item-centric decks, we're going to be back at square one again. And what do you do then? Do you ban the new cards? Or do you ban Tamatoa? Or do you ban Dime? And then it's going to feel like kind of like a bridge from below situation. For those of you familiar with Magic, this was a card that was banned prior to them banning the problematic card in Hogak many years ago. And Bridge from Below is still banned, and it's kind of silly. It shouldn't be. So I'm a little bit worried that once we get to the next portion where this arises again, it might not be, a month or two from now. It might be a year from now. But still, we get to the point where they say we should have banned Tamatoa instead. Then now we have Hiram and Fortisphere on the ban list, and it's kind of silly. So let me know what you guys think. Just wanted to give you guys quick thoughts between myself and Default Dan for what we think overall. I agree with him overall that I think this is just banning enablers and not problem cards, but let us know down below what you guys think. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate you, we love you, and we'll see you guys next time.